Hey guys, I'm back at my house. I'm gonna get my backpack blower. But the first thing I wanted to talk about, other than the backpack blower incident, is I'm trying to figure out how to phrase it. But it's basically that I'll just give it to you in an example. Hey animals. I'll give it to you in an example. Yeah, that's why I forgot, because I was putting gas in it. And then I was thinking about if I have enough mixed gas or not. Okay, got it. Going through the house with this beast. Back to what I wanted to talk about. And you're probably like, spit it out, dude. Yeah, so basically, okay, I'll give you a couple of examples and then I'll state what I'm talking about. Spraying lawns, you know, I was a lawn applicator. The thing is, when I was spraying, it was inevitable for you to break something eventually. So sometimes stuff would break, and when it breaks, you have the choice to either tell the truth to the customer or hide it. And me, I'm a firm believer in telling the truth. I try to live my life without telling any lies or hiding stuff. So, that being said, what I would do is, if one example, I broke a thing. It was like a little sculpture thing that they had outside, and I didn't do it on purpose. My hose dragged over it, and then it fell off of wherever it was placed. It kind of fell like maybe 6 inches and then broke. And then I immediately went to the customer and told them, hey, I accidentally broke this. It was in the lawn. I'm sorry. Do you want me to replace it? Or another example is, I broke a bird feeder pipe, like the ones that stick in the ground, and it bent it. My hose bent it. Because you're pulling hose, like, so, you know, it's like pulling a skinnier water hose around, like, you know, if you ever got a water hose stuck under a tire, like, that's kind of the stuff you're dealing with pulling that. So I would always tell them, like, hey, do you want me to replace it? I accidentally did it. And they would be like, not even mad about it. But say you lied or didn't tell them, then they're going to be mad about it, and then you're a bad person. Not that you're bad, you're just trying to avoid the conflict, but it's better to take the conflict head on and deal with the consequences up front. That's what I think is better. And then another example, when I was training, they'd have me training people when I worked there, and I would always tell them, like, okay, for example, you want to get ahead of people's problems. So if you spray, say it's fall, it's November, and there's leaves in the lawn, right? Then there's a potential that the customer can be mad because they wanted their leaves cleaned up before you sprayed their lawn. So I would always say, hey, there's a lot of leaves on the property. I would talk to them, text them, call them, or, you know, I'd give them a call ahead, or whatever, and say, hey, if there's leaves, you know, on the property, then I'm going to treat the property today, so just leave the leaves, and then when you clean them up, just mulch them up with your lawnmower. You know, that way you're still getting the product. You're not taking anything away from, you know, from the application. So same thing with really anything in life, you know, or when I was selling cars, the first thing people, you know, you would say, hey, how you doing? Then they would just say, immediately they would say, oh, I'm just looking. It would be like this. Hey, how are you? Oh, I'm fine, I'm just looking. Oh, okay. And then 5 minutes later, hey, where's all your cars? Oh, so you do need help. Yes, they need help. 1, 2, 3, 4. Always count my street. Always count to 4. Then I go. But yeah, so the main thing, one guy, he came and trained us. He was like, you know, if that's the first thing that these people are saying, then I go too fast on my road, dude. I swear. If that's the first thing people are saying, right? You say, hi, and they say, I'm just looking. Then you say, this is an example, put things before, you know, try to get over the objections before, or try to take the problem on head on, right? So they would say, instead of saying, hey, say, hey, are you just looking? And then what do they say? Yes, I'm just looking. Great, I'll help you find something. What are they gonna say? No, I'm just looking. Can't say that, they already just said it, you know? So the people want your help, you know? They may want to browse a little bit, but they feel kind of weird at the dealership because they don't want to be sold, but they're there to look to buy a car. So they're there to buy a car, and you're there to help them buy a car, but they don't want the help exactly how you want to help them, or they want to have control of the process. You know, I'll give you an example. Over the weekend, I caught up with someone, and then I was like, hey, you know, yeah, you have this vehicle now, you know? And they're like, yeah, like I had that one. I was like, oh, you traded it in? Yeah, I traded it in. Yeah, and I traded it in and it needed new tires, but I don't think they caught it. Oh, okay. So customer does it, you got them. Then if the dealership does it, dealer bad. You understand? So it's like when somebody's selling something, mine, and then they want top dollar. Oh, you know, this car, it's a $5,000 car. And they're like, no, it's not, you know, KBB or whatever, you know, said the range is from this to that, and I want the high, but it needs tires. Oh, well, you know, it's a good car, and, you know, blah, blah, blah. But then when you're selling your car, you're bad at the dealership because dealer's bad. So it's basically, it's in the eye of the beholder, basically. So off on the tangent, but anyway, long story short, okay, is get ahead of the problems. Just for another example, okay, it's about to start slowing, my season's about to start slowing down. So what am I doing? I'm asking my customers, hey, is there anything that you need me to take care of on your property that I could possibly do? Easy. Okay? So those are just some things to think about. My main topic I wanted to talk to you is, if you get punished for telling the truth, right? Say somebody asks you a question and you tell them the truth. It doesn't matter how they take it. They could take it horribly. The thing is, you did the right thing. You told the truth. It's harder to tell the truth, but it is the right thing to do. Okay? So, that being said, always try to tell the truth. You know, try to do the best you can with that, and then you will see that it is better. Simple. So I'm gonna take care of one of my properties. I'll catch back in with you in a little bit, guys. Thank you.